you get this things right, then you actually have to be able to do this. The difficulty I think all of you are having in your mind is that which of them come first? The plan, the model, the idea. In fact, to tell you the truth, it's like a chicken and egg issue. Any of them can come first. Somebody can have a plan that he wants to do something because he has seen somebody's business. This guy is selling something. He has seen his document. He wants to copy the plan, but he wants to change a little bit. Somebody may see a model that is working in maybe the US. He wants to come and institute the same model here. So he has to just change a few things to really fit. Then put the plan together. Check the market analysis. This thing I have in my head, will it work? That is what Dr. B is saying. The model you have, will it work in the marketplace? Can somebody believe it beyond you? Do you have to change a little bit about the model? So when you finish your business plan and everything, in the executive summary, you would have told us that this thing I want to do, I will do it this way. But these are the potential competitors and constraints I will have. And if I want to do it, I need this X amount of dollars or CDs to be able to achieve it. And I'll break even by this date. And that is the budgeting man. He will discuss it to you. Yeah.
I have a skipper. When your house grows with weeds, you call somebody to come and weed, right? But this guy in my area will peep into your wall and knock at your door. Oh, sir, I have food with the cactus and hoe ready to weed. Whether I have money or not, it doesn't care. So that's the model he's using. So it could have been a time where I go out and call people, but he knows that I have a grass in my house. He comes there with the mower. Sunday morning, 6 a.m. He knows I go to church at 8. So he weeds. So even if I don't have money, I tell him from church, I'll pass to the ATM and give you your money. So that's the model he's using. And what will be the, let's say, strategy? He can have a lot of boys who does so. So that's how come the issue of the strategy and model will differ. Understand the idea? That's it.
You see, the only problem is that in the business plan, you'll be asking, where can you scale it up? Or if you go to East Legon, the dog will bite you before you. You see? Yes. I'll take 2 more questions, then we'll go for our this and come back. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir. I wanted to know the marketing research. I think the doc mentioned only piloting. I want to know if there are others that we can add on.
He said he wanted to know, in terms of marketing research, whether there's, apart from piloting the idea, whether there's others that you will need to do. I think one most important thing is to do is to carry out an analysis of what is out there. First of all, I would like to know, is there a similar product like mine or a substitute product? Now, number 2, I also want, is there an imitated product of mine? You see, there is a substitute product. It's different from imitated product. Substitute means that it's not yours, but it can give the same effect as yours. Yeah. Imitation is trying to be yours. Yeah. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Then you also want to understand what is the market size. What's the potential market size? And then what is the potential market demand? The size can be big, but the demand may be small. You have a whole, like I have every room here, everybody may be a potential market size for me. But the demand for, let's say, toothpaste right now is less as the demand for water right now. Is that not true? People want water to drink more than looking for toothpaste. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But, so do I want to sell toothpaste at this time? No, I would like to sell water. So you have to understand. But you see, sometimes somebody can be able to create water that has a toothpaste feeling so that you can get the 2 in 1. That is something that somebody may try to do. Another thing is that you also want to understand is that what are the regulatory requirements in that market that could be constrain you? What are some of the other, not just regulatory, technical requirements? I want to be able to set up a cafe, and the lightning, the power supply to this particular community is very poor. It means that from the beginning, the market itself, cost of operation in the market is high. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Cost of operation in the market is high. So my location, which he mentioned as one of the key factors, is important. So I'm trying to understand what are the things in the market that can help. What are the things that in the market that can constrain me? What are the threats in the market? What are the opportunities in the market? and what space does my room, enough room do my product have? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Then when you have done all these things, your marketing strategy then has to do, how do I penetrate? That's a different question. After you have been able to understand the market, now is the penetration. How do I convince people to choose my own and leave the other guy's own? How do I make my product the top of the mind, that everybody hears everybody talks about? Somebody wants to buy fuel and they say Shell. Because Shell has become top of the mind. Me call Shell. But Shell is just one brand or one company supplier. There is now so many other ones, Petrosol and all that. Why don't we call them and associate them with fuel? Because Shell is now the top of the mind. So how do I make my product to the top of the mind in the market, so that whenever anybody is looking for the product, he will mention my name, not necessarily even the product he's looking for. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Then that one, you have to penetrate the market. So your market research is about understanding the market and understanding the feasibility of the product in the market. Your market strategy is about how to be able to enter into the market and take dominion of it. Okay.
Yeah, hello. I think my question is on the competitive advantage he spoke about.
Yes.
Because he was like, we should try explaining in detail about 10 areas of you being more competitive than the other products. But I'm looking at a business plan, for instance. Assuming I put out everything about my competitive advantage, and someone somewhere, however, managed to get my documents. So in that reason, the person implements almost everything that I'm thinking probably in the next 5 to 10 years. So how do you protect yourself from such a thing from happening?
That's a very difficult question to answer. Because it happens. You can take your business plan to the bank, and the person evaluating you will give it to his friend to go and implement it.
Yes.
By the time you realize, the bank will tell you, I've invested in this guy's own. Or you see the same product on it. Yes. So that is why I asked you that the idea and then the concept is very different from the plan. Sometimes you have to start protecting the concept and the idea before you even turn it into a plan. Maybe get a trademark for it. Get an intellectual property around it, so that you can be able to make sure that it is signed and registered. For example, the guy who said he sells, he writes books or he publishes books. I will advise that if I write a book, I want to get an ISBN number for the book before I even give it to a distributor. Because I can be in Accra and somebody will be multiplying it in the northern region and selling it, because it's a big thing in Accra. I bought newspaper page to advertise the book, but somebody is photocopying it and printing it and selling it in another region I don't even know. Yeah. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But I think nowadays what people are trying to do is they don't write every single thing in the business plan. You try to get the concept and about where we are going. In fact, every good financial person, a bank who is evaluating your document is much more looking about the financial feasibility of your plan. But how I'll run it, what I'll run with, sometimes I will not tell you. So in case there's an ingredient in the soup or whatever I'm trying to do, I'm not going to pour all the ingredients there. I'm just trying to tell you that I'm just doing tasty treats. So all tasty treats are pies. And the pies is different on the market because mine is the one that has Mexican flavor. What I tend to put in to make it a Mexican flavor, I don't need to write it on there. Unless you need to be able to write that you have to import the thing from a country. That's one too. You have to be very careful what you say. Because as soon as you write that you're importing it from Jamaica, everybody knows that yours is jack fried chicken or something like that. Then they'll start. So you have to also tell the story with wisdom. Yeah. Okay, so please.